I just wanted to show you the tool I built over the course of last few days. Uh, it is basically the tool which helps to understand what is the most optimal amount of ASICs uh, should be should be installed in order to bring the most optimal financial outcomes. I still stick to the Monte Carlo here because this is okay. It's not only the used in the finance; it's used in engineering, obviously, in drug discovery and so on. It's just the most reliable statistical method for the cases when you are trying to predict the future based on very volatile inputs. Um, so in our cases, what are the volatile bits? They are the Bitcoin difficulty. I take the history of the difficulty. I take Bitcoin price on a daily basis, and I take this hyperflow data, which is coming from Simon. So these are the inputs to the model. Another input is, of course, our miner, which is the hash price, the installed power, and the price, which all can be adjusted. Another element is mining pool fee. As you can see, everything can be adjusted. Discount rate. Um, we can the annual costs for running so as soon as the hydropower scheme is on, what will be the annual costs, which is essentially the price of electricity. Any additional upfront costs, that's the specific Monte Carlo part. So we can increase it to 2,000 simulations to be even more precise. Um, this is not so important, but basically it's I'll explain you later. And the projections of 5 years, we can do it as well. So as I said in the beginning, we want to understand what is the most optimal amount of ASICs we need um, to buy for this particular availability. So this curve you might have seen already from Simon. It's the availability of this specific hydropower station. So as you can see, almost 40% of the time there is no electricity. So same you can see here. So you have all different choices here. You can buy 15 ASICs of those models, which will be 60% uptime, running 60% of the time, or you can buy 135, so up to 1 megawatt, which will be only 20% utilization rate. And so, yeah, but all the different scenarios give me different economics, obviously. Then, as you can see, this is the same mining economics. So as I showed the prices, so we start at the current level of, well, it's not exactly today, but we can update this. And yeah, the rest is, the last thing is just these economic scenarios. You can set it up, you can put the whatever bear market, bull market, base case, or just customize. So let's just put everything to zero, such as, let's say, just like most of the calculators put zeros for the difficulty, so you don't expect difficulty to grow, or you don't expect Bitcoin to grow. Just keep it at this current level. And also the price volatility. This is calculated based on the previous year of all the data which I uploaded. But again, so let's put it to zero. We don't expect any price volatility. And run optimization. So what it does, it simulates 2,000 cases per every for every day, every year, and it recalculates the potential revenue, which would be over the course of the next 5 years, as we set here in the 5 years. We can put it also 2 years, 3 years, and so on. It just takes a few seconds. Normally it's faster, but I don't know. It's just a demo. There you go. Based on these settings, the most optimal advice is 120 ASICs of that model with expected NPV and IRR and 23 months of payback, just because we have zero difficulty growth, so there is no, so it's pretty straightforward. So this is just another way of showing how the utilization rate of the machine. So 120 machines will be 41% utilized. So just to explain why it has selected 120, just because this is the giving the highest NPV out of all other cohorts of the fleet sizes. And then there is also the detailed projections. As you can see, there is no Bitcoin price increase. We put it to the same level. Here is to 127 difficulty, and that's how your cash flow would look like. And some description, what's our executive summary, which is obviously zero production expected 36% of the days. And yeah, so we can of course change it to, let's say, to the bull market scenario, and we run this. Let's rerun with 200, so to make it faster. Let's make 3 years, and let's run optimization. So it does recalculate it. Here is advising 105 ASICs based on this bull scenario. Again, targeting the highest NPV. So, for example, yeah, okay, this is, I can explain. So 105, and here is 120. We do see that 120 machines is giving you more NPV, but then it still selects 105 ASICs with less NPV. Why? Because the Sharpe ratio is high here. That means that it's weighting the risks, so it's less risky to run with 105 and 120. So despite the fact that 120 would give you more NPV, but it involves high risk. So it's that's why it's, the next target is to the higher Sharpe ratio here, and the same principle here. So we've got 37% risk for this particular scenario. And here you go. Yes, I'm going to publish it at some point, but just wanted to show you now.